crafty friends, it's Jess for Mint Owl Studio, and today I'm going to be making a hello card featuring two different stamp sets from Mint Owl Studio, as well as some of the rainbow kaleidoscope sequins. I started with this solid hello stamp from the Piggy Party stamp set, and I thought that it would be fun to make a rainbow card with all the different colors of hello. And when I started, I thought that I was going to use two of each, but in the end I only wind up using one, but I have all of the extras ready to go and cut out. I am stamping with the MISTI tool here, and I'm doing this because I want to get a really great solid stamping impression. If I were to just stamp directly onto the paper, I might get a little bit of splotchiness. I am using the Hero Arts Shadow Inks in the Inkcube format, and I find that generally they give a good impression on the first go, but since I have the MISTI tool, I figured why not use it. You could use a stamp positioning tool as well. There are some other options out there, so I'm just going to stamp each of these down twice and move my paper around the MISTI. When I switch between colors, I am using something to clean off my stamps, in this particular case the Lawn Fawn Stamp Chamois, but whatever works well for you. Once I had all my hellos stamped, then I was ready to stamp the owl from the Outrageous Owl stamp set, and I had an idea with him of stamping the back side and then the front side. The back side of the stamp does not have an even border on all sides, as you're not really supposed to stamp with the back side of the stamp. It doesn't harm it in any way, and it can give you cool effects, but that's not the intention when creating these stamps. But I thought that it might be a fun way to add color rather than just coloring in the owl. You could of course always just do that, and I want the owl to be in the bottom right hand corner, and so to create the rainbow order, I thought it'd be fun to incorporate the critter right into the set. Now when you stamp with the back of the stamp, and I've done this in the video for Mint Owl in the past, it is a little bit more difficult to get a great impression, so again, being able to stamp a few times is useful. Once I finished stamping the back side, and I have attached the stamp to my MISTI door here, or if you're using a stamp block to your stamp block, I recommend something like washi tape, which will easily come off the stamp in the end. But there won't be enough cling features on won't be enough stickiness on the front side of the stamp to hold it to your block. So you're going to need to add some extra adhesive, such as washi tape or painter's tape, something like that, to hold it on. So I just stamped the owl in some VersaFine, and then when I go to trim out the owl, I'm going to trim out around the outline. And I trimmed out the hello speech bubbles with just with some non-stick scissors, and I trimmed them right up to the edge. Then I took some really shiny black paper, and I used the Next Level embossing folders from We Are Memory Keepers to create a really fun background. However, I didn't realize how unphotogenic this background is, in a sense of that it's really hard to capture a great photo of it, and it's really kind of hard to see on video what this looks like, and it's reflecting all kinds of light, that sort of thing. But it does look really cool in real life and adds a lot of dimension to the card, but yet not so much dimension that you can't still send it in the mail. So if you see when I turn it in the light there, how it would look really cool in real life, because you would be able to see, the sun would catch the card as you have it displayed. And so I just think that it adds something really interesting, but when I put it flat on my desk and it's, through the video camera, it just looks like a piece of black cardstock. I was playing around with how I wanted to use the die cut words, and I felt like if I put two of each one, that was too much given the size of them. So I went for only one of each, and then I'm going to adhere all of this with foam tape. I find that because the embossing folder does give such deep embossing, it's a little bit harder to lay things flat, so rather than try to lay things flat and get upset because they're sort of bent up or something like that, it would just be easier to use foam tape. This is a card that's probably already, you're probably going to want to give it a little extra postage, or just hand it to the recipient because it is a little bit thicker. And finally, I am, as you know, obsessed with the Kaleidoscope rainbow sequins, so I had to use those once again, and they add another level of shine to kind of play off that background. And what I found that the best way to adhere them to this card was to put them in, there's like little recessed divots caused by the embossing, and so rather than just kind of placing them wherever you want in the card, it's better to take advantage of the little areas where it dips in and can fit the sequin nicely, since these are cupped sequins. And so I'm just going to lay them throughout. And at first I only added a few, but then you know how it goes, where one looks great, more look better sometimes. I mean, I do love simplicity at times too, but you know, sometimes I just get carried away. I love all the shine of these sequins and all the fun color, and it was kind of just adding a lot to that black background. So I kept going till I had a few of each color, again, just kind of following the path of the sentiment there and tucking some under or next to as it fit well. And I'm just gluing it with the multimedia matte from Ranger. It does stick well even to this gloss cardstock. And once I have all those sequins adhere, that is it for my card today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in more tutorials featuring Mint Owl Studio, be sure to subscribe to the Mint Owl Studio channel and check the link in the video description to pick up some of these products or to find Mint Owl Studio on social media. Thanks for watching. Bye.